Morning. Now, last year, 13-year-old Hannah Jacobs tragically died after having a severe allergic reaction to just one sip of a Costa hot chocolate, which, unbeknown to her, contained cow's milk. Incredibly sadly, Hannah's death was entirely preventable. And despite an inquiry finding that Costa were at fault, Hannah's mum, Abi Duyile, says that she has yet to receive an apology.
Abi joins us now alongside her lawyer, Michelle, in the hopes of ensuring that no other parent will ever have to lose their child under similar circumstances. Good morning to you both.
Good morning.
Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you very much. Can you tell us, first of all, tell us a little bit about Hannah?
Hannah was a fun child.
Yeah.
She was full of life. She loved life. She liked to go out. She liked to do a little bit of TikTok. She liked to be on her phone a lot as well. She also listened to quite a lot of music. Yeah. And she loved hanging around with her friends and family a lot. So she was very family-oriented and she loved our friends a lot.
So can you tell us a little bit about the allergies that she had?
When she was little, I mean, she was on breast milk for about 2 years. Then we tried to wean her off breast. So we started with Cellulac, but she was throwing up. We didn't think anything of it because I don't have no allergy in my family.
Right.
And the father does not have any allergy in his family. So we didn't think anything of it. I think it was when she was about 2.5 years old, we gave her mackerel fish. That she had a swollen lip between the second. That's when I went, something is off here. That's when I went to go get an allergy testing done for her.
Yeah.
And that's when we found out she had quite a lot of allergies.
So what was she allergic to?
She was allergic to fish,
Yeah.
dairy milk, some nuts, not all nuts, and dust as well.
She was allergic to dust?
Yes, you'll be surprised. When she comes to your house and you've got a carpet on, she'll end up with swollen eyes and her skin would just go all funny. And she didn't like that at all because she liked to look after herself.
Yeah.
So,
And she's a 2-year-old. She wants to run around and have a lovely time.
I'm telling you, but yeah.
So I'd imagine that once your 2-year-old has a list of allergies like that, you have to be incredibly diligent to make sure, because there's all sorts of things they're going to come into contact with. And when they're a toddler, they don't know.
Nope.
As a mum and everyone around them, the family have to be really, really diligent.
Everybody.
So you spent your life really making sure that anything she came in contact with was fine.
Everybody knows about allergy. When she goes to family friend's house, EpiPen, citizen, always follows her everywhere. So it was more of when you go to anywhere at all, everybody knows what she's not allowed to have. Even she would, at the age of 3.5 years old, she knew what she was not allowed to have.
So what happened on that day when you went to the dentist? You were going to a dentist appointment?
She had a dentist appointment to get her teeth taken out because she was having braces done, which she's always wanted to get. She said, I just want braces. I don't want to wear my mouth guard anymore because it was really annoying her. So we went to, and I said to her, do you fancy Costa? She said, oh, yes, please. It's something she gets excited about. Because she was still there like 2 weeks before she passed. She was still in the actual Costa coffee shop, ordering herself a drink by herself.
Right.
So it's a place that she'd been to before.
Several times.
The order that she would go for would be a soya hot chocolate. The soya being the absolutely key thing, because you all know, and she was very diligent, that she was allergic to dairy.
Even she used to ask me, why am I so fussy because the first time I took her there, I said to them, please clean the jug and the steamer, just open it up a little bit. So that was the main thing. She was like, why do you always do that? I said, because people play with people's lives. So I'm not about to let people play with your life. So on this particular day, we just went in there to order for 2 soya hot chocolate, 2 soya hot chocolate. And I think I said to the lady, just clean the jugs for me, open up the steamer up a little bit. And, you know, I think she was still giving me a funny look. I even had to apologize for even be so demanding.
Because you were making a fuss, but
I was definitely making a fuss.
But you needed to make sure that...
Yes, I said, I'm so sorry for being a fuss because my child has got severe allergy to dairy milk.
Did you get the sense that the person you were talking to understood?
I can't even say whether she understood or she didn't understand me. I can't even say that at this point. But at that point, I assume maybe if she would repeat the order back to me, we wouldn't be in this situation today.
So you took the drinks and you actually left the Costa. You didn't drink them there and you went to the dentist, didn't you? So then what happened?
That's when she had a sip of the drink, went to the toilet and called me from the toilet and said, that is not soya milk. because she's got a quick reaction to everything. So that's when she called me, and I was like, oh, my God, I said, I can't believe this is happening. So I don't even know what to say, because that's our major...
Fear.
Oh, my goodness, yeah. And for her to react so quickly as well.
It was so quick. It was just a sip. It was so quick. So we ran out of the dentist. We ran out and we ran into the pharmacist.
So you went to your pharmacy, the pharmacy that usually provides you with the EpiPen.
And the cetirizine.
For your daughter, for Hannah.
Yeah.
And what happened there?
I think I rushed to the... Sorry, excuse me. Give me a minute. We rushed to the till, and I said, I need a cetirizine right now because my daughter's having an allergy reaction. I think the lady was giving me... I said, I don't mind paying for it, but right now, I'll pay for it later. I just need to give it to her. So I opened up the... I think someone came behind me to give me an opened one, and I gave her, like, 2 tops of that, and she was still screaming in pain. I think at this point, someone said to me, should we call an ambulance? I said, just give her a minute, because half of the time, that's what we've done at home. She said she's never had a severe one before, ever. So it's just, if she feels like she's having something in her that's not right with her body, she'll just take a cetirizine and she will calm down.
And that's the antihistamine, isn't it?
Yes, and she will just calm down. At this point, it was just, I'm like, what's going on here? I think that's when I screamed for EpiPen. And that was it. Before I know it, it was like a movie.
But they didn't have the correct amount to give her, did they?
No, they did not.
So they had 150 grams.
And she's supposed to be under 500.
And there was no other EpiPen there?
No.
And so then what happened next?
There was a stranger, I don't even know her from anywhere, God bless her, that literally called the ambulance and was giving her CPR until the ambulance came. I think as soon as they put the defibrillator on, I knew straight away, because I've had training. I work in a care home, so I've had all this training. So when that did not work at that point, I said, this is not happening. I literally started screaming at that point. I just lost it. I just lost it. It's like your whole life came crashing down in 5 minutes. 5 minutes of a sip.
Fast.
It was very quick.
Gosh, Abi, it's so painful to hear you recount the story, because there are so many moments along the way that I'm sure you have played over and over in your head.
Over and over and over and over again in my head till today. I go to bed at night time when I look at pictures, and I literally ask myself, maybe I could have done something.
So you've just told us now how quickly it happened. Shall we speak to Dr. Ngat and find out what we should be doing in this situation? We'll give you a minute.
Yeah, it's such a tragic story, and Abi is so brave of highlighting this. And the thing with allergic reactions is that they can be mild all the way up to severe, where you can get an anaphylactic shock. So it's really important, firstly, to recognise those signs early on. And you're not being a fussy parent. And unfortunately, with allergies, they can either sometimes be dismissed, they can be unrecognised, and then also they can be downplayed as well, because the symptoms very early on don't present as severe. They can be just a rash, a few hives that can appear on the skin, itchy skin as well. You can get a bit of lip swelling, but that's about it. Then you can get worsening of your tongue or your airway closing off as well. You can also get running eyes or swollen eyes, and the symptoms of having an allergic reaction can be all over. With an anaphylactic shock, it's the severity of those symptoms where actually it infiltrates your lungs and your breathing airways as well. So the swelling means that you're not able to breathe appropriately, and that's where an EpiPen is so important. Now, what is EpiPen? It's a shot of adrenaline. What it does is it calms the immune system down and brings down the swelling instantly until you can get to an ambulance or a place of care where they can give you further treatments, because even having one shot of an EpiPen can mean that that's not enough and you need further treatment. That's why getting to a hospital is really important.
And I know that you've recorded, if you go to this This Morning app, you can see Dr. Ngat showing you how you can administer an EpiPen, because that's another really important part of this story. And I think, Abi, from your perspective, making sure, this is one of the things that you're really keen to do, is that people understand the importance of EpiPens, the delivery of EpiPens, and how that can change and save people's lives.
Yes.
This is what Costa have said: the loss of Hannah is a tragedy. Our heartfelt thoughts remain with her friends and family. We have strict allergy training procedures in place to help minimise the risk to those customers who suffer from allergens. However, we agree with the coroner's conclusion that our allergen process was not followed that day at our franchise partner store. We continue to review what more we can do when training team members to help to minimise the risk to those customers who have allergies and provide clear communication. Costa Coffee has partnered with the Natasha Allergy Research Foundation since 2021. That's Natasha Adnan Laperouse, who also had an allergic reaction to a sandwich that she bought at a store. One of the ingredients wasn't listed, and is hugely supportive of the work of the foundation. Michelle, I wonder, one of the things that the two of you were talking about is a simple sticker identifying scheme that could make things simpler for the people working in some of these shops and for parents or for children or for anybody that has one of these allergies.
So Abi and her family are calling for robust training within food service industry. And the most important thing for her is that this issue is taken seriously. We can see that in the unfortunate death of Hannah, that when it's not taken seriously, it can be fatal. What we know and what we heard at the inquest is that the allergy training was like a tick box exercise. Google Translate was used to train this, to assistants to train their staff. We also know that one manager did the allergy test 20 times before she passed it. And it's really important that there's effective training that is properly understood by employees and that is properly policed by employers.
So when you hear that right of reply from Costa, do you feel like they are going to put into place those things that you're talking about, that you need, you feel that you need?
We very much welcome the steps that they've said that they're going to take. We do hope, in fact, that that actually happens in practice. What Abi is calling for is an additional safeguard that actually, when you place your order, that your order is stuck on the actual coffee cup itself. So what you can do is, as a final check, is that you can check that the drink that you've actually ordered, you've actually received. And had that happened in this instance, Hannah may well be here today.
Well, thank you so much for coming on the show and for raising awareness. I think it's, you know, it's so important that people take this seriously and that we move forward from this too. Thank you so much. Thank you very much for coming on. Thank you, Michelle.
Thank you.
Thank you for visiting our This Morning YouTube channel. We upload new content every day, so go ahead and hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out. And we'll see you in the morning.